My name is Elsie Footprint, and I want to talk to you about your environmental footprint. Have you heard of the phrase, watch the feet, not the mouth? It's short for saying, watch someone's actions more than their words. Today, everywhere we see companies and products posting labels like eco-friendly, natural, biodegradable, or green. But does that mean that they're actually good for the environment? To figure that out, we need to look at not their words, but at their footprint. Everything you use, from blue jeans to orange juice to toilet paper, has an environmental footprint.
Watch the feet was a super important one, I think, that everyone should see, because it discusses the environmental footprints that we all leave when we use products and how much, unfortunately, does go to waste. It discusses how using paper bags are better than plastic, but even one plastic bag, like if we use one plastic bag 15 times versus a plastic bag every day, those footprints that we leave, if we learn to reuse, can make such an impact on our world and can be so important for future generations and with in relation to things regarding like climate change and harming our oceans and stuff like that, because the waste of plastic bags when they end up in the oceans, like the video discusses, they're there for years and years, like potentially thousands of years, like harming all the animals and the whole world of the ocean. So this was a great clip. Yeah,
it was really educational, but like in a fun way. And I thought that the animation was a great medium to deliver that information because it was just super engaging for the audience. I learned a lot. I did not know that plastic bags, which are so demonized, actually have like a much smaller footprint than a paper bag, for example. And I get a lot more use out of a plastic bag than I do a paper bag. I reuse them all the time. So that was just really interesting to know. And also that it's not necessarily about the footprint that it takes to make it, but it's really how much use are you getting out of that makes it sustainable or not. And so, yeah, if something breaks or rips or tears, can you repair it? Can you repurpose it? Can you do all of these things in order to have like a net negative or like the smallest footprint possible? So I thought that was really, really interesting and informative. And it was one of those films that didn't make me feel bad and guilty after watching it. It was very positive and uplifting. And I was like, oh, yeah, of course. And it kind of just made me see things in a new way, which I really appreciated. And I hope that this gets in front of a lot of audiences because, any just small changes that we make is great. It's a very tiny part, us as individuals. I recognize that corporations are basically 100% responsible for all of the pollution and landfill and waste and stuff on the planet. But, I do like to do my part where I can. So I'm really glad that this exists and that it helped me learn more and understand about environmental footprints.
It was really smart to use a cartoon foot. It's warm and welcoming for kids or honestly anyone, but I'm assuming you're skewing towards the younger audience with the foot. And it was really smart to use that when you're talking about, the environmental impact and footprint that different things have and what goes into that. I always thought it would just be like a carbon footprint, and that's usually what the masses are taught. So I think it was really informative. You do a great job of explaining, what goes into an object's environmental impact. Look at the footprint instead of the face, tying all these analogies in together while you're informing, and it just makes it the complete package. Great graphics, great transitions. It had a great flow to it.
The animation was well done, very easy to understand. It broke things down to, I thought, really well to something that is easily envisioned and and understood, and really gives one a sense that there is something that we can do about this, and it teaches how in a very approachable, very understandable, and very relatable animated short film.
I love the narrator's youthful voice that gives the film a forward thinking feel. We need to be aware for generations to come. The cinematography is a brilliant combination of live action and photography enhanced with funny animation and big fonted text, which make concepts very memorable. I found the statistics compelling, especially charting the footprint of various forms of bags, such as paper, cloth, and plastic. I love to shop for secondhand clothes, so I'm happy to hear that this jives with one idea of the film to buy less and use what we already have wisely. Love the upbeat soundtrack that keeps things light and catchy.
I really enjoyed the animation and like what the message was behind the film. It was greatly informative. Again, this is another one that could be all for all ages. It's a public service announcement, but the filmmakers made it into something that it's entertaining and you can enjoy it by also still learning something in the process. And that's all we can ask for our entertainment.
It's clever, it's engaging as an animation, and I think for children in school and perhaps for community purposes, it's a great little short.